Hello, welcome to Horror and Monster Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at this Pinhead from Puppet Master by Full Moon Features. So let's go ahead and spin it around and take a closer look. Alright, let's take a closer look. And this is about the standard for all of the Puppet Master figures from Full Moon. It has a foam body with a wire frame. It's very, very basic. And it does feature sculpted hands and head and feet. But they're typically not made with the greatest care. I do like the sculpt on Pinhead here though. Now Full Moon did do a really badass blade about a year or so ago, and it was a whole lot higher quality than what they usually release. It would be nice to see more of the Puppet Master figures released like that. And this guy is really cool though. Let's go ahead and take a look at his hand, which is all sculpted so none of the fingers move. But you are able to rotate it, and of course you can bend his arms. The head doesn't want to move too much, but you can get some movement on there. Come down to the body, and again it's just all, this is padded, but it's the same foam that they use on all of the Puppet Master figures, and then the basic sculpted feet. I love these characters so much, and I really wish that Charles Band would do some really kick-ass ones. They're closer to the movie. This does look freaking fantastic though, but like the one nitpick that I would like to see is like the turtleneck to be a little bit smaller. In the movie it was pretty small around here. I think it was about like that. This is quite bigger, but it still looks rad, and it still looks great with my blade. And the reason why I'm doing a review on this guy is because a friend actually gave it to me. A friend of the channel saw my collection video and saw that I had Blade, and that Blade was the only figure that I had. And his name is Mark Brusini, and unfortunately he lost all of his figures in a flood. He lost Blade and Torch and Six Shooter in a flood, and they were ruined, but this guy survived because he had them on a higher shelf. And because he was upset about the loss of all of the Puppet Master figures, he didn't really want to keep Pinhead here. So he asked if I would be willing to take it off of his hands at no charge, because he knows the collector that I am and how much I love the Puppet Master movies. And I of course accepted, and that's what I love about our community, where we help each other out and we look out for each other. And it was just a really, really cool thing that Mark did, and I am very, very appreciative and grateful for him sending me this. And so that's about all there is to go over on this figure. He does come with a cert, and I guess he's 155 out of the 500 run. And he is 16 inches tall, so he's slightly undersized from life size, I guess you would call it. The size he was in the movies. It would be cool also, like if they were accurate to the size they were in the movies. I think most of these guys are slightly undersized, but they're still great, and I still have such a passion for these movies. Even though they're low budget, I think they're fantastically done, and I just love them. I always have loved them, and I love the characters in there. Again, Blade would be my favorite, and then probably Torch, and then Pinhead. But I mean, there's so many Brad characters that they've come out with in the movies. It would be awesome to have a collection of all of them. I've seen some collectors that have a collection of all of the figures or most of the figures, and it just looks like such a kick-ass display. And again, I want to give a shout out to Mark Brusini. It's so cool of him to do this. I try to push this in the collection videos and stuff about the sense of community that we should have for each other, and that largely that we do. It's so warming to know that other collectors want to help out each other. And when he reached out to me to see if I wanted this piece, again, I was so appreciative, and it's just so kick-ass for him to just give it to me. It just shows you how kind he is, and again, I am really, really grateful. So anytime you can help fellow collectors out, do it. I will be sure to pay this forward, and again, I am so stoked to have them in my collection and to have Blade, a buddy, up on the shelf. As always, feel free to leave me any questions or comments that you have, and I'll be happy to answer them. And feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.